Hello teacher and classmates. Today we're going to present two very interesting companies, Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. For this opportunity, we want to focus especially on how Starbucks offer not only drinks and other products, but an experience in their stores. And also analyze if Dunkin' Donuts could achieve the same goal in their stores in the US, and how this could affect Starbucks demand in the country. Starbucks opened its first store in 1971, and is a company that started by purchasing and roasting high-quality whole bean coffees. However, their purpose and goal was not only to celebrate coffee and the tradition of this, but to bring their customers a feeling of connection. They evolved to offer customers not only great coffee, but also everything else that goes with a full, rewarding coffee experience. This bar graph shows how Starbucks' main revenue comes from the Americas, $16 billion per year, and how this brand is positioned there as a top of mind for their customers. The United States is a country with the most Starbucks stores, with almost 15,000 stores around the country. And worldwide, they have more than 30,000 stores.
Dunkin' Donuts is a store with a similar concept as Starbucks that began in 1950, with the goal of making and serving the freshest, most delicious coffee and donuts quickly and courteously in modern, well-merchandised stores. However, they began to expand the products they offer to hot and iced teas and baked goods, primarily donuts. They wanted to be America's favorite all-day, everyday stop for coffee and baked goods. In the US, they have around 8,500 stores, and worldwide they have 11,300. In this graph, we can see how the revenue of the company is not distributed evenly around the world. And we can see clearly that the US is the country with the stores that generate the most revenue for Dunkin' Donuts.
In this table, we can clearly see the difference in revenue and stores around the world between Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Although offering similar products such as beverages, mainly coffee, and baked goods, Starbucks is making much more revenue than Dunkin' Donuts is. So we want to analyze how Starbucks has achieved this and how it has achieved to be a company with almost no close substitutes, and what could happen if Dunkin' Donuts would upgrade their services to offer something similar as a Starbucks.
Starbucks has positioned itself in the market, especially in the US, as a top of mind of consumers when thinking of a place to drink coffee, to hang out with friends, or even meet with customers, work, or study. Offering more than the typical coffee dining experience with locations designed with the comfort of consumers in mind, free internet access, and decoration, Starbucks has created a steep and inelastic demand curve. Starbucks customers won't stop buying from Starbucks even if their price increases, because they are not just paying for the beverage and snacks they offer, but for the experience involved. Starbucks is a social activity, so their store is more of a destination rather than a distribution location, something customers won't find easily somewhere else. Moreover, they use product customization by writing each customer's name in the coffee cup to make their experience more premium. This makes it really hard for customers to find a close substitute if their prices go up, and so Starbucks keeps having this inelastic demand in the market. For example, if Starbucks raises its prices from P1 to P2, the quantity demanded won't be affected much because of their steep and inelastic demand.
Dunkin' Donuts, on the other hand, hasn't achieved this inelasticity in their demand, and they have a flat and elastic demand, meaning that a change in their prices will affect the quantity demanded by customers. This is because they are not offering something that can differentiate them from competitors. There are a lot of close substitutes for donuts and coffees. The fact that they don't offer an experience in their locations and that they are designed more as a fast food stores does not help them to create an inelastic demand. For example, if Dunkin' Donuts raises its prices from P1 to P2, the quantity demanded will be affected because of their flat and elastic demand.
It is very clear that the Starbucks has a big advantage over Dunkin' Donuts, especially in the US. We believe that if Dunkin' Donuts starts offering their customers an upgrade in their stores with similar concepts as Starbucks, keeping their lower prices, this won't have a big effect on the Starbucks demand curve. Although it could make Dunkin' Donuts a close substitute offering a kind of the same experience for lower prices, we think Starbucks demand wouldn't change much. Starbucks customers see this brand as premium and Dunkin' Donuts as more a fast food option. So different consumer behavior applies that will make very difficult for Dunkin' Donuts to be Starbucks' close substitute in a near future. The herding effect, because people tend to do and follow what others are doing. And as Starbucks is seen as a social activity, most people won't shift to Dunkin' Donuts because they will still follow what others are doing. And also status quo bias, because customers prefer what they know. So if they have been customers of Starbucks their entire life, even if Dunkin' starts offering something similar with lower prices, they won't change the preference because they understand what Starbucks represents in terms of quality and prestige. These are two graphs that show very clearly how Starbucks is at top of mind for every customer, regardless if they are Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks customers. 59.2% of Dunkin' Donuts customers talk about Starbucks, while 87.9% of Starbucks customers only talk about Starbucks. So in conclusion, we think that Starbucks has done a great job in differentiating themselves and create a steep and elastic demand curve. And even if Dunkin' Donuts tries to include some of these unique features to their company, the Starbucks customers want to shift to their brand. Maybe their demand curve could be affected in some way, but it won't change it to an elastic demand curve. However, Dunkin' Donuts won't settle in this battle to be America's favorite coffee shop.